if the NDC is settling scores, they should let us know. Why do they keep making reference to Charlotte Osei? My response to that post was, to say this by an honorable member of parliament suggests that there is a score you left behind. Do you accept that you left a score in the first place to be suggesting the settling of same? I ask. Are you conceding that the score you left behind was bad and should require no settling? Or was it a good score? In that case, if settling, can settling a good score be deemed as bad? Honorable Member of Parliament, the NPP must indeed redeem itself, and really, truly, because we just don't understand what they are doing. This was my response to the Honorable Member of Parliament. And Tabitha this morning has just confirmed this posturing from the camp of the opposition, decimated opposition New Patriotic Party. The Akwetia by-election is expected to really show the NPP some levels of humility that they can really go back to the drawing table. I'm going to invite us again to do a quick comparison on the basis, as I keep saying, of conduct, character, and competence. Look at the conduct that the New Patriotic Party and its advocates and communicators continue to display on national TV. On national TV, a communicator of the New Patriotic Party, in answering a question about the implosion happening in their own internal primaries to decide who should lead the party into the 2028 elections, decided to go on a wild goose chase. He went on to say, to the hearing of everyone listening to us this morning, that she has heard prophecies that Ghana is going to go into a civil war. How unfortunate, how irresponsible, how unbecoming of patriots. But this is the conduct and the character. And you know what? I believe Tabitha. I choose to believe Tabitha because the party that Tabitha is representing this morning has a very checkered history with regards to what they choose and elect to do to their opponents. The antecedents of Tabitha's forebears, we know in the history books, come from a bomb-throwing antecedent where they attempted to bomb Kwame Nkrumah.
Do you have evidence?
The antecedents of that tradition is the group of people who attempted, and their agents and assigns, to kill Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Do you have evidence?
In fact,
do you have evidence?
The beneficiaries of the 1966
Do you have evidence?
Did you have evidence of a civil war? Safe to say that it was coming from
No,
a prophecy.
I'm only telling you what people are saying.
Okay, I'm also telling you what people are saying. People have said that the antecedents of Tabitha's party connived and connived with CIA to oust Nkrumah from government. People have said that it was they who became the beneficiaries of the 1966 coup. People have said that the antecedents of Tabitha's party are those that actually halted Ghana's forward march to development. They are the ones that brought violence into our politics through the violent overthrow of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. People have said so. And so if Tabitha is sitting on national TV and warning us and telling us that she has heard prophecy that Ghana is headed for a civil war, are those words that can come out from a conscientious citizen? Ghana today's Ghana.
Okay, your time
this
is up.
resets Ghana. My time cannot be up.
5 minutes.
Even
I gave you 5
I have
minutes.
to take some time off the next topic to deal with this matter. Because you asked her a question, and this I came to speak about happenings in my party. And then you asked her a question about happenings in her party. We hadn't started talking about your tabled conversations. And she went on for like 10 minutes on responding to what I've talked about. So even if I have to take some time...
But it's a good thing.
Pardon me.
But it's okay. It's a good thing.
So let me finish.
I'm sorry, it's a good thing
yes.
for her to identify the wrongs happening
so
around. Because some of the issues she mentioned are real.
Okay,
you can
so
respond
let
to
me
them.
respond. That's why I'm doing that. Thank you for your understanding. So we know the history...
I've not understood you.
We know the history of sabotage from Tabitha's antecedents. So if today Tabitha can sit confidently and say that this is happening, I would like to call on the IGP and the security agencies to not take these claims lightly. Because perhaps Tabitha is standing on a stone. And the stone that Tabitha is standing on to make this bold, irresponsible claim, we must find that stone.
She can only give us the sources because she said prophets.
So I'm saying
so she can direct the police to the prophets.
So I'm saying in the history of sabotage, people say that they can get their own prophets to come and say things, and then they'll go and do those things and blame them on the prophets. Let us be responsible. Ghana has been a safe oasis within the sub-region. We must not be seeking to destroy that image. There is continuous recognition that these pockets and these statistics that she mentioned, they didn't come from air. The Interior Minister, a transparent and accountable government who does not run away from the challenges that their country is facing. When the president, do you not know that had it not been for President John Dramani Mohammed's direct intervention in the Tona Caliber matter, it wouldn't have been what we are talking about? Do we not know the kind of intervention His Excellency had to ensure that the Gonja overlord, whose son was murdered in the conflict, would agree to a ceasefire? Do we not know that immediately the president arrived, he sent his Interior Minister, Honorable Muntaka, to quickly go to the place of the conflict and sit with all of the parties to bring about calm? That is a responsive government, a responsible government who does not run away from problems or challenges, but who confronts those challenges.
Okay, Shamima, I will have to take a break.
Speak about, just 1 minute, about the issue of character and competence. Tabitha spoke about the road accident. No one should lose their life as a result of accident. Are we not here when they told us that they have constructed the most kilometers of roads in the history of our nation? Where are these roads? The road minister has asked a question, which is a very poignant question. In 8 months, upon your exit, every region, every community is crying for roads. You yourself know the deplorable state of our roads. Where did the money go, Tabitha? The roads you constructed, did they fly away like the excavators flew away? Where are the roads that you spoke about?
Excavators are flying under your watch.
Do not insult the sensitivity and the sensibility of the Ghanaian public. I am happy that when we finish our conversation, we always defer back to the right-thinking public that is listening to us. The same public that yet again returned a verdict of no confidence in New Patriotic Party at the Akwatia election is the same public that would always decipher amongst which group of people mean this country well. Tabitha says that they don't mean bad for this country. In fact, they mean bad for this country. Tabitha said that to point out the failings or the challenges in our community and in our country does not mean that they don't like this government. Because an MP was asked directly, and he says that he does not want an MP. He does not want the Mahama government to succeed.
A former MP.
He's a former MP. Thank you for that correction. But you heard him say that.
Yes.
That he does not want the Mahama government to succeed. I, a member of the NDC, I wished that the NPP had succeeded. Had they succeeded, we would just have been building on the foundation. I would never, ever speak publicly or even in private that I wish the NDC or the NPP to fail. I don't wish the NDC to fail. Even in their irresponsible opposition, I don't wish them to fail. Even in their implosion, I don't wish them to fail. Because democracy will thrive when we know that we always have an alternative. You see, we cannot expect voluntary unselfishness from those who wield power always, because power can corrupt, and absolute power does indeed corrupt. So the internal logic of democracy expects a recycling of different traditions, so that when you come and you misbehave, you'll be voted out, and a new party will be voted in. Talking about resilience, she even mentioned about experience. The NPP has not walked the path of the NDC to even compare itself to resilience. Do you know? Yes, NDC has had multiple breakaway from Guzi Tano. From Guzi Tano, who is today back in the fold of the new NDC, isn't it? And today Guzi Tano is the head. Members of the Reform Party have come back into the fold. From Dr. Obeda Samuel's party, who broke away in 2002, came back in 2011. Honorable Bizide was the secretary to that party. He's today MP on the ticket of NDC, back into the fold. The Honorable Emilia Arthur, who were all members of the Reform Party, have all come back home. Even Nana Kunedu Ajimam Rawlings, unfortunate breakaway, after a contest, a primaries, just like they've experienced with Alan Chamanting, and even some time ago with Charles Rekubrobe. Members of Nana Kunedu's party, Kofi Adams is today a sports minister. Several members of the reform group of Kunedu's breakaway party have all found their way back, apart from one or two who have gone to Page Camp, in the camp of, what is his name? The former PR of NPA, the young guy, what's his name? Gas. Of Ghana Gas.
Owusu Bempah.
Owusu Bempah.
The Kofi
followed his stomach and went to join the New Patriotic Party. Okay. I know, because at that time, during Fonka Games, I was at City FM and Metro.
But was also Bempah a member of the NDC?
He was a member of Fonka, yes.
Oh, but he was a member of Fonka, but that doesn't mean...
It was a breakaway group. He was a member of the NDC, and they all broke away to form Fonka Games. I said that I used to interview them almost on a daily basis on Point Blank. So I know he was not a member of NPP. And he did not jump from any party to join Fonka Games. So the point I'm trying, he joined Fonka Games from the internal, after the fallout of the primaries. I'm saying that in terms of resilience and
you are giving my sister a lot of time.
In terms of the ability to recover, they haven't walked a mile yet. And today she concedes that experience matters.
Okay, so I'll have to look for money.
Yes,
let me take a break.
Finally. So the conclusion is that...
No. I'll take a break.
Don't worry, you can even take my
I'll take a break
next
when
time.
I come back.
So
I'm sure
NDC has shown the power of resilience and recovery.
Okay.
They must think of how to bring Alan Chamantin back. Alan Chamantin and his members, when the NPP issued a statement that they are welcoming all suspended and sacked members,
there was a clause.
Dennis Miracles Abuaji sat on air to say that they are not in welcoming back the likes of Hope Sinadoye or the likes of the other phosphorus member, what is his name, I forget, of the Yellow Movement. He said they are not welcoming the likes of Solomon. That they are not welcoming.
But the statement had a clause.
Is that a party
that was not welcoming those who have resigned? If you've resigned, is a different matter. But
They
if you
have
are
no,
on suspension, you are
spirit-
still a member
no,
of the
hold on.
party.
The spirit of that edict is to try to rebuild.
Yeah.
To call back all sons and daughters that have left. Even though when you come back, there are certain conditions before your full participation.
Okay.
And in that same spirit, you are issuing sub-edits
let me take a
that
break.
some people are not welcome back.
Let me take a break.
That's
and
a very
I'll be-
unrepentant
I'll be back shortly.